Hey crafty friends, welcome back to the Old Paper Lady. I'm Lori. If you're new here, thank you for joining us and welcome. This is going to be Merry Monday, and we're going to finish or try to finish decorating some bits on our Christmas folio that was started last week. Hopefully we'll get it done. If not, we'll get what we can done. But first, what I wanted to show you all was, remember I was talking about my butterfly journal? So today, I got this is the cover. So I got stitched around all the pages. I just took and glued a square in the middle, glued the pages together. So I got all the pages stitched around. So I think it's going to wind up being pretty, I hope. Some of it's, you know, not quite as nice looking, but I'm very proud of myself. I got it figured out and got it done. With I ran out of thread and I ran off the pages some, but it's a learning process for me to stitch on paper and actually just use the sewing machine at any. So I was quite feel accomplished with that today. So we got that done. And all the while, and my chair's still doing it, lower me down to the ground, which is, you know, my sewing machine sets up a little bit. And if I'm not sitting above it, looking down on it, then I can't see it. So when I was sewing on it, my chair kept lowering me down, you know, like always. And a few places I ran off the page. So, but we got it done. It's not perfect, but it is done, and I like it. So, all right. So these are the scrap bits that we kept from last week. I put them over here, and I think we had decided that this was going to be our front cover and our back cover. So let's try to get that cut and done today. I need somewhere to set this, and the table's over there. Getting a little side cart. Alright, so now my front cover is going to be 5 3/4 wide. So we're going to cut that 5 3/4 wide. Hope everybody's doing good today. We'll keep that. And it is 8 1/4 tall. So that's going to be our front for our journal. All of these pieces, I always keep them because, you know, on the side pieces and the front and inside flaps, you'll use those. You can use those cut-off pieces for that. And that's going to be placed right there. And we'll cut our back piece, and it is 5 3/4. And this one's not non-directional, but I'm going to try to cut it where I keep the most of the paper. So I'll have, you know, the best, biggest scrap, if that makes sense. So I hope everybody's been doing good. This is my Sunday evening around 9:30. There we go. And look, I cut those 2 pages, and now I'm eye level with my table. I gotta get me a chair. That's all there is to it. I'm so tired of fooling with this thing. I found one on Amazon that I really liked, that was like the one that I was talking about, where it's like just the butt part of it, and it's adjustable. Now me, when I'm crafting, because my tables, you know, I have boxes underneath them, so I kind of need my table up a little higher than a normal desk level. So then that way I can look down on my projects, because, you know, it's kind of hard to center up something when you're setting eye level with it. So that's the biggest issue that I have with my chair. I need it up higher so I can kind of look down on it. All right, so I'm going to open this up to the middle and lay it out just so I can get it to where I can glue these down on a flat surface. So I'm going to peel up the double-sided tape, and when you're gluing and you have double-sided tape in your project, you'll want to put you some glue on the double-sided tape. So if you're using wet glue or sticky or glue stick, you want to put whatever adhesive you're using on your double-sided tape, because if you just put it on your paper and put it down, that double-sided tape's going to grab your paper, and if it's not straight, then your project's going to be crooked. So it's a little helpful hint using double-sided tape when you're gluing papers down to it. Put you a little bit of glue over top of it, so when you put your paper down, if it's not exactly straight, you got a little bit of wiggle room with it. Had a fairly decent day today. Haven't really done too much. Really actually tried to rest a little bit this weekend. I didn't, you know, usually Saturday or Sunday one is usually like a printer day and this and that and other, and trying to get all the stuff printed and done for the week. But I decided not to do any printing today. I may do some later on in the week. I don't know, which, you know, tonight's not over with, so we don't know. I do have a lot of things on Etsy that I have bought and need to get printed, but I'm just kind of not in a hurry to do it at this moment because, you know, I have other projects already in the works. So I think some of it is, you know, I was working and coming home and then going right into working, doing a journal, and just the folios give me a break from the journal. It's not, I'm not having journal burnout. And I think is what I need to do is, you know, do my projects that I know that I need to have for my seasons coming up for my family and whatever I need for that. So I hope you all are excited about working in some journals and trying to get us a few things done for Christmas. And that's why I wanted to keep continuing to do the Merry Monday projects, and I hope that's fine with you all. And I probably will continue to do them throughout the whole year, you know, as long as I'm able to do videos and such. And that's my plan anyways, is to try to stay ahead on Christmas as much as I possibly can. We all know as crafters, that's the busiest time of the year. All right, so now on this, let's see. So I was wanting to put one of these on here. Thought about doing that. But then I was like, whatever I put on the front flap, I think I can split this and just put this on the sides, I think. But I actually thought about doing the red and the green on the side. I don't know. Hadn't decided. See, I'm indecisive about it. Because I have two of these strips. So I think I might do that on the side, actually. On the front flap. I think I'm going to like that. Let's do that on the front flap. And then we have two of these that I want to put on the inside and here, because I know I want it here because of this. So let's go ahead and get that piece cut. That is going to be 3/4. Trying my best to line it up on my cutter here. Alright, so that's going to be 3/4 by 8 1/4. Alrighty. So that'll go right here in the middle. I think that's going to look good, because then that brings, you know, the sides and all, looks cohesive. And these would be really pretty inked around as well. I didn't think of doing that on this. I probably will on some future ones to do a little inking on it. It'd be really pretty to do the red on this or the green, either one. But where it's on the red background, I would probably ink it in green. I think that would be really pretty. Just have another little dimension of a border around it. I think that'd be really, really pretty on here. And what I do is I even try to get the top and the bottom lined up, and then I just even up the space on the spine for the border. And normally when I do these, I'll go ahead and see how pretty that looks. I love that. So I think we're going to go ahead and do this on this side here. So I haven't picked out what I want to do on the back yet, but I kind of want this just on this border strip here. It's going to be another 3/4 of an inch. Okay. And that is going to be by 8 1/4. We'll keep all of our strips and pieces. Yeah, I think that's going to be pretty. Because I haven't picked out what I want on the back page yet. That's why sometimes I'll wait to do this strip until I do the back page, but I kind of want it all to go together. That's why I'll pick out one paper pad and I'll make up as many folios, 6 by 8 inch that I can, and then I'll start breaking down what scraps I have left, and I'll wind up using up the whole paper pad, making up folios. And I start out doing the 6 by 8 inch, and then I'll wind up getting about 3 or 4 of those, depending on how many papers are in the paper pad, and then I'll break it down as much as I can. Yeah, I think that's going to be fairly pretty there. Okay, so then this front flap, I think that will look really good there on the front flap. I think we'll see. I kind of want that. Let's see if we got the one where the green's on the side of it. No, both of them's the same. Okay, that's fine. Let's see if I wanted the green one right in the middle, because it would kind of go with the trees, but then I would have to cut a small sliver on each side, and I don't want to do that. All right, so that measurement is going to be 1 5/8 for the front outside flap, and then it will be the same for the inside flap. So normally when I make these, I will start on the inside. You know, like I'll start with the paper that inspires the whole thing, which was, you know, these Christmas ornaments. And I saw that in this paper pad, and I was like, oh, that would be so pretty. So that's what inspired this whole ordeal here. And I said, well, let's start that that's the prettiest paper that I want to be center showcased in the middle. And then you want something that's not going to take away from it on the sides. So, and then something that's kind of similar to what's in the middle, which were these, to give you a little preview, if you will, of what you're going to see on the inside. Okay, so now on the outside front flap here is where we're working. I need to cut that down to 8 1/4. Now on the previous Merry Monday video, I did the actual measurements of the paper that you would need to cut. So if you wanted to work ahead, you could, and go ahead and have all your paper, your decorative paper cut, so you have the border around it, and you didn't have to wait for me to get the time to get caught up and decorate mine. So that's why I went ahead and did all the measurements last week for all of the inside flaps and the outside flaps, pockets, or not pockets, but pages, the spine, and all of that. We did all the measurements on that video of all of the decorative papers that you would need for the measurement of what to cut them at. And when I'm cutting them now, I'm still telling you, just in case you're new and you're just finding it. So then I'll try my best to get this centered up in the middle of that before this glue sets. And see, this is how come I like using the, because see, now that paper's stuck. I can't move it anymore. This is why I like using the Elmer's all-purpose glue for this, because it does give you just, you know, a little more wiggle room. So then now there is our front flap. And I think I am just going to leave these square, and I'm going to put some smaller corner protectors on them. We'll put like we'll put a gold on a gold corner rounder on them. And I think I got those from Tamu, the ones that I'm going to use. They are smaller. They're not, you know, like the big Tim Holtz size. But yeah, so we'll put the corner rounders on that, or the corner protectors, I should say. All right, so now do I want to put this on the outside? Let's see, what are we going to look at here? I'll unfold it, and let's see. Should we do the green? I think I'm going to do the green on the outside strips, just because I don't want to take away from the front of it. And these are 3/4 as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut me 2 strips of 3/4. Put one here and one here. And they're going to be 8 1/4 tall. So it's 3/4 wide by 8 1/4 tall for decorative paper. I saw, where was it? It was snowing today. I can't remember where I saw it at. I think this piece goes over here. It doesn't really matter, I don't guess. But no, somewhere in the California mountains, they woke up to 4 inches of snow this morning in August. And I said, ain't that a mess already? So hopefully, you know, that'll be an indication of maybe the weather is slowing, the heat is slowing down. I hope anyways. But like I said last week, it's, you know, in the upper 70s here. A few days it reached a low 80s, and had to cool, a little cooler air humidity. But this week it's right back at 90 again. It's going to be in the 90s every day. And I said, well, hopefully it'll start calming the heat down before too long. Because I would like to see a little bit of snow this winter, y'all. I really would. Because we need it. We do. We need it to kill all of the germs in the air, you know. And we need it to kill all these bugs. Oh my goodness, the bugs. So, I'm hoping that we'll get a little bit of snow. I'd like to have one good one, you know, and I'll be happy. I don't even care if it's a white Christmas. I just want one good snow this winter. Just so, you know, it kills off the bugs and gets rid of some of this cold and flu and whatever else it is in the air. Just, you know, cleanses the air. That's usually what the snow does. I don't know how, but it does. I'd like to have one good one this year. And a good one for us, I'm talking, you know, a good 6 inches or more. That's a good snow for us. Because, you know, anything much over 6 inches, we're shut down for 2 weeks around here because can't nobody drive in it. And then, you know, you gotta deal with the ice melt off afterwards. Can't nobody driving that neither. Alright, so then there's our... I like that. I think that's going to be cute. Alright, so now, let's see what we want to put on our back page here. And get our back flap done. Let's see. I know I want to put one of these in there. I'm thinking about doing it over here. But now see, when we do this, I don't want both of them the same. Gonna use that. Ooh, we hadn't used that yet. That's pretty, but it's a little busy. And that's tone on tone. I may use that. May use it. I don't know. But now see, I like this green with the snowflakes as well. So I'm going to make sure I get one page of it. So then I'll put it down and I'll open it. Because see, you're still going to have just a strip right here of that showing. I think that would be pretty. To put the green snowflake here and the red on the other page. Okay, now let's see what we think about that. I kind of like that a little better on this. Just that one little, you know, 1/4 inch strip there is all it's going to show. Yeah, because that white takes your attention away from this. Does that make sense to y'all? You see what I'm saying? And whereas if, you know, you have the red behind it, your attention's on this still. So that's what we'll do. I'll put the red one here and put the green one there. And I think that will be good running across to that. And then this strip here, I'll put here. So then that kind of all goes together. Does that make sense? I hope. So I don't want flashy bits. Because see, the centerpiece here, you know, you have that there and you got your strip there, then your eye's not drawn away, it's still onto the white. But if you put that there, I feel like that's kind of fighting for the attention, just that one little strip there. We'll cut it and I'll show you. Alright, so this is going to be, I think these are 5.5. Nope, 5 3/4. 5 3/4 is the back and front cover on the inside as well. Alright, so now look, when I put this down on here and it's centered up, see when you close that, you're going to see that like that. So that's why I say the red one needs to go there. So that's drawing your eye away from your center. Alright, I need to cut a 1/4 off of this. That'll be fine. It's 5 1/4. Because these measure different. That's the back cover. And I still cut it wrong. I cut it at 5 1/2. Well, if I couldn't waste paper, I tell you what. But see, that's a good strip. These are good strips to use. And that's where most of my strips that I do tags and stuff with, that's where they come from. No, I did cut it right. I just moved the paper. So see, this will go on this side, like so. But that's how I got all of those strips that I already have to make Christmas tags and pockets and stuff with, is by making these and using the cutoffs to make my journal decorating bits. So you get, you know, double the projects for the price of one pad. And stretch them as long as you can. Sometimes, you know, like the 12 by 12 pads, I'll sit down and try to make up as many as I can out of one of those. And then the pieces that are left, I do really just take those and make tags and pockets and stuff like that. Because see, all of these here are perfect pocket size. It's a perfect pocket to put in on something, whether it be here or a journal. Now see, look, you could take and trim you a little bit off of this to make this 5 1/4. You got a pocket there, and this would be put on that side. So alrighty, so then that's going to go here, and that's going to go there. We'll just glue those in. I may wind up just going ahead and putting that over here too. I don't know yet. We'll look and see what we think. Or we could do the red snowflake over there, just so we don't draw attention away from our middle centerpiece. Is what I'm kind of thinking. So most of the time what I'll do is I'll get me a real pretty paper pad, and I'll pick out, like, you know, the two prettiest patterns in it. The one will go in the middle in the center fold of it, and the one will be the outside cover. And that's how I start filling in the rest of the pieces. What does it clash with that, and what goes with it the best. See, yep, I like that a lot. I sure do. So now see if we put that over here. I don't know. We could put this actual same piece here. That's what I may do. Probably will do that. Like I said, most of the time on these, I like using the Elmer's all-purpose glue just for the wiggle room factor of it. This is Aleene's tacky glue. I do have just a little bit wiggle room, but it needs to be a hurry wiggle room because this will snatch and grab real quick. All right, so on this, I'm going to try to make sure it's lined up here and centered. Go around the outsides first to get them stuck down. And I like the Aleene's tacky glue because sometimes when you go to spread the wet glue out underneath it, the paper is stuck down good and it doesn't twist on you. So just be mindful of how much glue you put on it so it won't twist. Alrighty, so now let's see. See that strip? We could use that on the back side of that. Nope, that is not wide enough. So we're going to use this on here. And so we'll flip it open and see that all looks very cohesive right there, does it not? So we'll need to put another red piece back here on this flap. We need to do that. I may do another snowflake piece here, just so it all looks cohesive. But either way, it needs to be another red piece. That is 1 5/8. I'm double checking. I'm glad I wrote all that down on there last week, because if I hadn't, I'd been hurting it today. It's been a little bit since I've done them. And sometimes when I get into making them, I will just sit and make them and make them and make them and make them. I'll just sit and make up bases of every color. Cause that's why I bought all of the different color cardstocks that Michael had. So I can make bases, because I have all kinds of colors of paper pads and, you know, stuff that will go with it. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing with these magnets. Well, we got them down with double-sided tape. I'm going to peel it up. Put our wet glue on the double-sided tape. You don't need much, just enough to where like it won't just grab a hold of the paper and you can't wiggle it if you put it down and it's, you know, and you do need to wiggle it and it's crooked. That's all I'm doing. You know what? I didn't cut that down to 8 1/4, did I? Let me hurry up and get that done. Yeah, I kind of forgot to cut it down to 8 1/4. Now you can round these with a corner rounder and or you can do it with, you know, the little pretty corner rounders, and it has like the extra little hole punchies in them. It'd be really pretty. Just remember that if you corner round them, you'll need to corner round your paper that you're putting on them as well. Because if you put square paper on a corner rounded piece of cardstock, your square paper is going to stick up above it. It will stick out of the corner. Alright, so these, I'll find the magnet and go around the magnet, and then I'll go up and around the sides of the paper, just so I know. And most of the time on these, I just kind of go down the side. I really don't, because if you go like that, you're going to tear your paper. Ask me how I know, because I've done it. And usually it's on the front piece where I'm bad to do that. I'll forget and be like, or I'll do like this and hit the magnet and it just tears it up. All right, so now that there, so you can just take and find the magnet with your finger and go around it, and it's glued around it. Yep, and that's sturdying that up really good with that cardstock. I like that a lot. Okay, so now That's the inside, outside cover. We have the spine pieces covered. Have inside and outside flap. I like that a lot. Now you can take you and put you a piece of ribbon under here. On either, I would put it under this paper and under here and tie it, and that would be really pretty. Or you can put it here and wrap it around it and tie it, whichever way you would like. Where you do like the short end and a long piece. I've done that on a couple of journals where like one side would be short and the other side would be long to wrap around and you tie it in a bow. But you can do that however you would like. It would be really pretty like that. And I don't know if I'm going to put a topper piece on this. I think I'm just going to let the paper do the talking in this one. Most of the time I put toppers on them or decorate the spines, but I think I'm going to leave this just the way it is. We're going to finish up this front side here. So let's see. I do think I want to put, just to have it, you know, the same cohesive look, I think I am going to put this this red snowflake piece right here. Now see, then we'll flip it open. You have this and this piece, this and this. It all kind of needs to run together a little bit. Alrighty, so now let's see what we want to do here. I think I would really like to have this underneath. I think that would be pretty here. Wouldn't take away from that either. So this would be here. I like that. Yep, that one would go there. And you have the red here. Oh, look at this piece here. Let's see. So we can put that down. That's going to be there. So it's going to look like this. Can you see where I'm at? Okay. So this is going to kind of be, you know, this paper will be in the middle. This one will be the front piece. And then it'll go into that. So on this side, I think I want to put the birds there. It kind of goes with this page. Let me look. You see, that's getting a little busy. That'll be there. That'll be there. This is going to be over here. I think we'll wind up putting that somewhere over here. We'll put that there because that's making me dizzy in the middle. Oh, that would be pretty in between them, would it not? Oh, yeah, it would. So you have this here. You have that with that side. So then this goes here. And you have the red here with the birds over here. like that. Okay. That's really busy. Now I'm going to put another piece of that. I want that snowflake. Alrighty, so that piece is going there, that piece is going there, that piece is going there. And I think I'm going to take and just put the, let's see if we put those stripes there, what's that going to look like? Is that going to mess the whole thing up? I think it is, because that looks a little newer age stripey to me. Does that make sense? I think so. I think that's a little too new looking. That, I don't know. I don't know. See, decisions. Alright, let's put you back up here. Alright, so I know I'm doing that there, because that matches here. Okay, flip over. Okay, so we have a red there. Should we do the birds on this one? Nope, I still like the berry thing there. Yeah, I like the berry thing there. Alright, and so then this will be up under here. And that's pulling the gold from here to here. I like that. Okay, yep, that's fine. And you know what we could do? That goes there, that goes there, this goes here. So this is here. And we'll put this piece here. Alright, so on this piece, you know what we can do? Let me see if we got one of these that was wide enough. Probably not. Just so we're not cutting into another whole paper. I don't think I do. Yeah, because that's 3 3/4. I could make that a tuck. I don't really want to do that either. Because see, I was thinking about taking and putting this here. Alright, and let's cut these pieces and get them down first, and then we'll worry about the little flippity flap. Alright. This is it's 5 3/16. Is that right? I'll measure you right. Yeah, see, that's the whole of it. I don't need to do 5 3/16. Yeah, I do. I don't know. I didn't read that right. It is 5 3/16 is what I need to cut it. Excuse me. I'm coughing too much today. It is a little warm in my room, to be honest. I think I'm going to do that at 5 1/4. Is where I'm going to cut it. Yeah, that, yeah. We got us a bunch of good little scraps. Bunch of good scraps. But see, until I use this paper pad up, I won't use these scraps for anything else until I get done using the whole paper pad, and then whatever scraps are left, then I'll put them in my Christmas scraps to use for ephemera making. Okay, so this here, get it centered up good. Because this one's going to kind of set the whole page placement for this side. Okay. You want a 5 1/4 slide. Eight and a quarter tall. See, the biggest thing is you know for sure that it is 8 and a quarter tall. So you just make sure, keep in mind of your orientation of your paper is sometimes the hardest thing to do on these. And which side is the front, which side is the back. So that's why I usually try to start in the middle, and then that way I'll start in the middle, and then I'll go and do the front, and then everything else is just kind of, what coordinates well with that from there on. Is pretty much how I choose my placement of things, basically, on these. Kind of start in the middle, smoothing your wet glue out. Okay, yeah, I like that. See, it kind of adds to that, I think. I like that a lot. Okie doke. Quit admiring it and do something else. Alright, so we're going to flip it over. We need to do this page. Got to figure out this flap, though. That's the one that's kind of bothering me. Now, remember, this is your outside cover piece, remember? So it is going to be the same measurement as your outside cover. So it is 5 3/4 wide. By 8 1/2 tall, or 8 1/4. Sorry, 8 1/4. The decorative paper is 8 1/4. So we'll put that there. And so see, when this folds, that will be your little strip that you see there. I like that. I like that a lot. So then it brings the gold in from over here to on this side. Oh, come on. And I may wind up using another piece of that red and green and gold check. That would pull it over here from here, see? So we'll put it here on the outside anyway. I think that would be really pretty. So we may do that. That's what I'm thinking I want to do anyway. Okay. So then we're going to fix this piece, which is 5 3/16. I'm just going to do it 5 1/4 wide. Because that's what I did on the front piece. That and my cutter board does not have 16ths on it because, you know, it's got the hills and valleys, so yeah. And 5 1/4 is just a smidget past 3/16. Oh, come on, paper. Get out of there, glue. Okay. So I'm going to try to get this straight before it gets set. I was wondering if I could take and run this away, if that would look all right with that. Nope. Still looks, this looks, I don't know, it's still looking a little new agey looking to me. Does that make, I don't under, that's the only term that I know the best to say it. It looks a little new age. I don't know what else to say. Thinking that green would look pretty on the outside. The green chick. So what if we put this here? Because if I could, I want to put it on both sides. I think that would be pretty. So I think that is what I'm going to do. Yeah. I know it's barely not fitting in there. But yeah, I think I'm going to do this on both sides. 3 3/4. And I still have, you know, a good little strip here. So that'll be the front, the inside flap and the outside flap piece for that. I think I'm gonna like that. And I'm not introducing any new color in it. Yep, so we'll have this here. Because see, if you flip that over like that, see that all kind of matches that way. And then you flip this way. That's why I was saying I wanted to have this. Or do I need to have another red piece there? I think that's okay. Because, you know, the background's red, so you don't want to put a whole bunch of red paper in it. That candy cane would be cute there. And all of that go together. That's okay. Let me put this down. See, this is where I get myself into trouble. And I'm like, oh, I don't know what to put there. This will look good. And I tell you what, sometimes your choice is simplified just because you don't have any more papers in your paper pack. See, we got a full paper pack right now. And when we get down to the bare minimum, then your choices come a little more easier. Alrighty, and that is going to be done. So there is one folio for our Christmas gift season. I think I may wind up giving this to the kid's dad and his stepwife for Luna for her Christmas pictures over there. And then because for Jordan and their pictures, because Luna likes pink. So I wanted to do pink Christmas, and I have, oh no, I stuck it straight down and didn't even try to move it. And well, what? I need to bring it down just a smidge. Come on, move just a smidge. There we go. Did y'all see that? I put it down and it stuck right there. I didn't get to move that the least bit. Okay. I'm going to smooth this glue out of here. I think it's because I didn't put a whole bunch of glue on it. Actually, it was very bare minimum. Okay. So there is our 6" by 8.5" 1" spine folio. So I love that. So see on the side you can write Christmas, whatever year it is. I like that a lot. And you can put a tree topper here or an ornament topper on it. And see, open it up. And we all see it, yeah. See how it kind of flows. That's what I was looking for, the flow factor of it. I like that. It does look good. So then this flips over, and then this will flip. I think that's my favorite of it because of this and all of this. Yeah. This here's a second, close second. I like, you know, how that kind of all goes. It brings the gold from the snowflakes and the ornaments over with this red and candy cane with the gold on it. I like that. Yeah. Okay, and then we open up this way. Three and a half by 5s, tall ways 2 can go top and bottom. 5 by 7 can go solid page, or 4 by 6 still have border trims around them. Yeah, and see, then that goes back here. See, I didn't even think of that when you open it this way. The snowflake would be back like that. So that looks really cohesive. I like that a lot. That turned out happy accidentally. Yeah. I didn't even look at it from this way, flipping it. But yep, there it is. Alrighty. Hope you all enjoyed the decorating of this 1-inch folio and our last 2 Merry Mondays. I hope you got the measurements that you needed. I did do a very detailed video last Monday on the measurements for the decorative paper for this. And then the 1-inch folio is a Made It Crafts. That's where I got the instructions of the scoring and the gluing of the base together is from her. So the only other thing I would do to this is add the gold book corners on it. And that's it. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good day and Merry Monday.